Hey everybody, welcome to Self-Helpless. I'm Taylor Tomlinson.
I'm Delaney Fisher.
I'm Kelsey Cook.
I was so worried about messing up the intro because I messed it up last episode.
That's like the opposite of what we do. There's usually a silence of people looking at each other like, do you want to just do it? You do it. And this time, you and I were like, it's not going to happen. So we just jumped on each other.
Oh, man. Well, good to be here.
No matter
how we get here. I just want to get right into our beautiful sponsor this month, Vented in Brooklyn. Wearing our bracelets.
Thank you,
Love
Vented.
them so much. And they're sending us the Fuck It bracelets, which I cannot wait to receive in the mail. So just again, like these make the most beautiful gift. As you know, we've mentioned them before. If you buy a bracelet, they donate one to a cancer patient to alleviate chemotherapy symptoms or cancer organizations. So cool. Oh my gosh. And I read more about their story on their website, and I love how this idea started. So you'll appreciate this, Kelsey. When she was in elementary school, she suffered from really bad allergies. I guess she still does, but she would always bring a napkin covered in like the Vicks Vapor Rub to school so she could breathe it throughout the day. And other kids started seeing that. It's like, oh, can you bring me one too? And so she like had this idea from a long time ago. And now she brought it to life with this beautiful business. Like, oh my God, that's so cool. You just never know what's going to be your thing. And I just thought that was so cool. Yeah, love it. So again, you can get your own power word. They have custom ones you can make, or you can choose one of the words they have: grateful, fearless, fuck it, whatever you want. It's amazing. And then they have several different scents: eucalyptus, lemon, lavender. What's the one that I have? I forget. It's all good.
I think it's eucalyptus.
Yeah, eucalyptus. Oh, so yummy. So if you go to ventedinbrooklyn.com, you can use the code VENTED, VENTED, SHP15 for 15% off your entire order. So again, ventedinbrooklyn.com, VENTED, SHP15 for 15% off. We love you so much, and these bracelets are gorgeous.
Yeah.
And don't check out their pop-up shop at Artist and Fleet in New York City on Prince and Broadway from July 30th to August 12th, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can go see them in person. Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
Dude,
boom.
Can I just say, your tits are outrageously nice today.
Oh, thank you.
They look great.
Thank you.
You like moved the shirt down.
I moved it down so you can see more.
Oh my gosh.
I always do that.
Dude, it's the cut of the dress, and also because it's laundry day, I'm wearing a push-up bra, and I don't usually wear a bra because I usually go braless, but with this one, it gets a little,
That's crazy to me that you usually go braless. I know.
Yeah, those are some movie tits right there.
They really are.
Oh,
that's like some Stifler's mom tits, People want to get all nestled up in there.
Oh, man, you hear that, Hollywood? Put us in a movie. All right.
Put us in a movie, or at least Delaney's tits.
There we go.
I have a quotable. I think we all have some quotables, actually.
There's been so many good quotes in the
So
secret
many good
Facebook group.
quotes.
You guys got to join it. Self-Helpless secret group.
We let everyone in until you're a dick, and then we will kick you out. Happened this week. Creepy ass dude.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Get out of here. Listen, if you're going to be inappropriate, especially to a woman, back the fuck up. You getting out of here. Like, no, we do not tolerate that
Zero
shit.
tolerance policy on that shit.
Even if you think you're joking, you shouldn't be joking about something gross with a stranger. Like, just calm the fuck down.
Your jokes aren't funny. They're not. We're funny. That's why you listen to us. We're funny. You suck.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Everyone's funny in their own way. This is a quote that's not from our Facebook group. This is one I just like. This is from Winston Churchill. You guys know Winston Churchill? A lot of movies.
Heard of him,
Not a lot of movies this year about Winston Churchill.
Is he an Instagram guy?
Big Instagram guy.
Okay.
Big
I stop
Instagram.
coughing, sorry.
You okay?
Yes.
Can you not cough during my quote, please? This feels very personal.
really
A new segment called Coughable.
Kelsey's
All right,
always
I should go.
Kelsey's always been jealous of my quotes.
I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay.
All right. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty.
Oh,
isn't that great?
Dude, that is freaking solid. Dude, can I just say, my school is calling me for money. Can they please stop this shit?
Get off our
How
dicks.
many times can I just get off? I want off the list forever. This is now publicly out there. That it's on video record.
Knock it off. I'm still grabbing my ankles from you, college.
Yes.
Okay? I'm still paying you money with student loans. You don't need any more.
I had canned soup for dinner last night.
Dude,
okay?
I don't have a dishwasher. Fuck off.
Sorry to ruin your quotable again.
No, that was great. You know, an
Opportunity.
optimist would see an opportunity in that difficulty.
There you go.
Did you guys watch John Mulaney's new special?
Yes.
He's got such
Yeah.
a good bit. Oh, that bit he has
So
about
funny, dude.
them calling him for money. He goes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
spent $120,000.
Yes.
So funny.
So funny.
Go
and
watch
true.
Kid Gorgeous.
It's so freaking true. I like
Yeah, enough.
the school assembly bit.
Oh, the school
Everybody's
assembly
had
bit
that
is so
weird
funny.
guy come to your school.
That was my dad.
Yeah?
That was
Really?
my dad with the yo-yos.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my gosh, he
amazing.
did school tours?
Yes, he did.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
But kids in general really loved it.
I bet they did.
You
Yeah,
never hear
I saw
adults
it.
talk about assemblies, and it was so comforting. I also loved when
Yeah.
he was talking about sleep shirts.
Oh, I love a good
Where he's like, they said you could wear it as a sleep shirt, and you're like, oh, other people called it that. I don't know why we're talking about this now. You had a good quote,
I
right?
do have a good quote. This is something that was also posted in our secret group. It says, minimalism is living with what you need and what you love, and that's it.
Yes.
Man.
I love it. That's how I live by the minimalism rule, because some people are like just what you need,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm very much like a mix of being a minimalist and the Marie Kondo way of life,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
having what you love and what you need and combining it.
Yeah.
This is a more like basic bitch way to put it, whereas like the
Yeah.
Marie Kondo was like, hold it and ask yourself if it sparks joy. And like,
Yeah.
I tried that, but this translates a little bit more clearly to me, where it's just
Yes.
like, yo, do you need that or do you love it? If not, bye.
Yes.
Get rid of it. It's so simple.
Yes.
It's like 2 easy questions. And I've been getting rid of even more shit.
Good.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It just keeps coming.
Dude,
so fun.
I just did all my digitizing the past couple weeks. So
Ooh.
I just threw away 3 giant bags of papers and pictures and just any kind of scrap piece of paper I had laying around the apartment. It felt so fucking good.
I mean, you're gonna miss it when the apocalypse hits. But whatever. That's what I always think of.
I got it backed up on a USB. I have it on, oh god, what are those things called? It's like a
Hard
brick.
drive?
Hard drive.
Yep.
I got it on an SD card. I don't have it in the cloud because the cloud freaks me out.
Cloud
But
is
everything
scary.
else I
Yeah.
got copies
Cloud is
of.
for tits and dicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I don't
Yeah.
fuck with the cloud.
Cloud is for secrets.
Yeah, we
I
don't
don't
like
like
it.
that at all. Yeah, I love that. Love only what you love and what you need. I listened to I think he's the founder of CD Baby. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was on Tim Ferriss's podcast, and he was talking about how when he's deciding to do something, you should live by the rule hell yeah or no. So
Oh.
unless you're like, hell yeah, I want to do that, it's a no. And I was like, that's
Oh.
so smart. Because
That
how
is good.
often do you
Yeah.
feel like I should do this?
Right.
I should go. I should go on the boat. I should go hang out
Right.
with these people. I should get coffee. I should do this show. I should take this meeting. And it's like, unless you are like, hell yeah, then it's like, no, don't do it.
Right.
Yeah. I
It's
mean, unless
fine.
you need to go to like the DMV.
Well, yeah, there's that.
You still
But
gotta
as
do
far
that,
as
but-
overscheduling
Yeah.
your stuff, he was talking about how a lot of people hit him up for stuff and they go, I know you must be so busy. And he's like, no, I'm really not, because I only do stuff
That I want to do.
that I really want to do.
No, I love
and
that.
that I have to do and I really want to do.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And everything else is like, no. So
Have you
smart.
guys tried going through like your contacts in your phone and decluttering that?
Yes, I did that
I
last month.
Felt like
yeah.
my phone was physically lighter.
Yeah.
Afterward,
Wow.
there are contacts in there from like 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Some person I spoke to once, put it in my phone, have never spoken to them again. It's just sitting in there. So many. I highly recommend it. It's very
Oh yeah,
freeing.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had all my OkCupid guys in there. I was like James OKC, Ryan OKC, just
Oh,
like all these
God.
fun. Like, oh yeah, these
Darren
need to go.
Applebee's.
Exactly. No, it's good. I like, and again, the digital decluttering is a game changer. Like decluttering your Instagram and your Facebook and your Twitter and your contacts and just like anything that you look at, apps that you don't use.
Email inbox.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have so many unread emails.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
so
get it.
bad.
Yeah, or I like organize them or delete them or something, but it just makes you feel better looking at it.
Yeah, unsubscribe from your spam. I've been doing that a lot. I'm like, why do I keep just deleting this every day? I just unsubscribe.
Yeah.
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 So much easier.
Fantastic.
You had a defuck. We both have
Oh,
defuck
dude.
car stuff.
Yeah. So we were doing our photo shoot, which was super fun, and on
New
the
pics
way,
coming.
New
yeah,
pics
no pics.
coming.
Yeah, halfway, in the drive, my car just stops going, just stops driving on the freeway.
God,
and
that's
so
such a
I'm,
nightmare.
it goes from 65 miles an hour to like won't go over like 30, 35 miles an hour in the middle of the freeway. I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, this could be it. Like, I don't know. It's broad daylight. Can they even see my hazards on? So I have my hazards on, and I rolled down the window, like, go around me, like, go around me. I can't go any faster, just hoping people see me in time. And so cars,
Delaney.
dude, it was scary. Cars were just like whizzing past me left and right. And it's like, how am I going to get over if I can't speed up?
Yeah.
So luckily, not a few minutes after, we had like, you know, there was a hill involved that I could gain a little bit of speed, and I got over to the slow lane. But dude, that was really frightening. And I could probably get my car fixed and pour a couple more grand into that thing, but it's got like 260,000 miles on it.
That's
It's a
crazy.
2005 Toyota Prius. I've had it forever, and every year I gotta fix something major. Like, it's just time to go, and now I'm just too scared to ever get in it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, had it towed back to my apartment like an hour. Very sweet tow truck guy.
Yeah.
Very sweet guy. Made me feel really good about the whole thing. Got some good like car advice on the way too.
Oh,
so
good.
you know, a little, what do you call it? Opportunity in the
Yes.
difficulty shit happening.
Sure.
Yeah. So I got some good car advice, and I'm gonna probably like lease a Honda Civic or something
smart.
this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I hit a little piece of tire, not a little, a big piece of tire that a truck kicked up in front of me the other day, and it messed up my grill shutter, which I didn't even know was a thing. The most frustrating thing is it's about $1,200 to fix.
That is so
And-
much
That's a
money.
lot.
Yeah, and it's a thing that you kind of don't really even need.
yeah, like a grill. I just
Yeah.
think of like a grill on your
Well,
mouth.
that's the thing. The grill itself is like, you don't really need it. Messed it up, but he was like, it's like $50 to fix that, but because it's just a little plastic part. But what's inside is something, I forget the name of it, but it regulates the temperature, airflow to the radiator that helps regulate temperature. Basically, it's just to help gas mileage. And he was like, it's stuck open right now. He's like, so you have maximum airflow, which is how it would be in the heat anyway. And I said, okay, what happens if it's cold? He goes, well, we're in Southern California, so you probably wouldn't have to worry about it anyway. And I was like, so then why do I even have to fix it? He's like, the check engine light's going to stay on unless you fix it. Like, that's kind of the issue.
That's it.
So you have to like,
So
Which
you
kinda
don't-
sucks
so
if
you don't
something else
know.
happens.
so I have to do it, but it's not really doing anything. Like, most cars don't even have those parts. It's just some Priuses that have it.
Interesting.
And so it's like, it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, so I have to spend $1,200 basically to turn off my check engine light.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I used to think the Prius was a good idea, but now I'm like, I've had so many problems with that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Really?
the mileage is good, but every year something happens,
Really?
and the parts are expensive to.
This is the only thing I've
replace.
had with it.
That's good. How long have you had it?
It's a 2016.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
new.
that's
And it's
pretty
because I
good.
hit something. Here's the thing with
Yeah,
the
that's
Prius.
true.
The Prius is like an Apple product. Is like, if it works great, but if something gets broken or like messed up,
So expensive.
it's so expensive to fix.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Toyota Corolla, I'm telling you.
Yeah?
That's what Kane has driven forever, like our Toyota Corollas, and then he's just been like upgrading, and it's
Yeah.
such a good car.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
really
good to
good car.
know.
Toyota, you hear that? You can always sponsor us.
Yeah, come on,
If you're
Toyota.
interested.
Well-
Oh, I got to put the good man button in here though. So once I realized like I'm gonna be without a car for like a month because we're not in town for the next like 4 or 5 weekends, Cam changed his work schedule around so he could drive me to and from
Good
work in the morning and
That's
in
so
the afternoon.
nice.
Yeah, to save me money on like Lyfts and Ubers everywhere.
Aw.
God, I fucking love that guy.
That's such a nice
So
thing.
sweet.
He's
Aw.
a precious
He's
gem.
so nice.
It's like not that hard to be a good significant other. It really isn't. Like, just do all the things. And
Yeah.
just anyway.
Yeah.
Pretend like it's the first week all the time.
Yeah.
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 I love
Because
that.
in that first week, you're like, oh, what can I do to make this person happy? I'm so excited.
Yeah.
If you just like can maintain a little bit of that, it's great.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Love it.
I got to take Kyle and pick him up from the airport because I've been home and I'm never home. I can never take anyone to the airport. And
Yeah.
oh my God, it was so fun. I'm like, how do you need to beg people to do this? This is great. I feel awesome. Like, I got you coffee and a muffin. Like, good morning. Like, this is so fun.
God, you are
Wow.
killing it.
Dude, I'm a dope significant other until I get mad and then I shut down on you and it's like semi-abusive. But other than that, oh my God, I'm so good at being a girlfriend. It's crazy. The maddest I get is when other people aren't good. Like, Kyle's such a good boyfriend. And when I've been
at
with
this.
people, oh my God, I'm so happy. Whenever I've been with people who aren't good at it, it's like, it makes me mad because I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I'm so good at this and you're not letting me be good at it because you suck. So I have to like rein it in. Like I have to be
mad all the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Well, it's like when you're successful and it makes the other person feel bad about the fact that they won't get a job. And so you can't like spend money or go anywhere because they won't get their shit together. It's the same thing in a relationship where like if the other person isn't trying, you have to like put in less effort because otherwise you'll just resent them. And when both people are just putting in all the effort, oh my god, it's
great.
awesome.
First week effect,
It's the best.
I love that.
It's so great.
Is that we
Make
should
it a
put
t-shirt?
that on
The first week effect.
First week effect.
We're
Act like
doing
it's the
all
first
these
week all the time.
Instagram quotes now.
Yes.
Delaney just thought we should do that. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
God, I'm so happy, you guys. It's
I
fucking
know.
great. Anyway,
Love
I have a treat yourself. I went to BeautyCon here in LA. I've never been before, but I've heard about it for forever. It's basically like every major makeup brand, skincare brand, all of that, they go to the Los Angeles Convention Center, and like Kim Kardashian's there, Drew Barrymore's there, lots of celebs and lots of YouTube beauty people. And you just go, you get like discounts, you can stock up on stuff, you can meet people. So I specifically was going because there was a meet and greet with 3 of my favorite YouTube beauty people, Jamie Page, Samantha Ravindal, and Raw Beauty Christie. And I got to meet them, and it was amazing. They were so nice, and I left and I cried. I know I already told you guys this, and I was not expecting to. I was pretty embarrassed of myself because it's just like, I don't know. I was talking with my friend Allison about it today, who is a YouTube beauty big star on there, and she was cracking up. She's like, it'd be one thing if you lived in like Nebraska and had like 22 followers and you were just like so starstruck. She's like, but this is what you do too, but with comedy. Like, you have people that cry when you like respond to them. You have like super fans and stuff like that. And I was like, I know, but it's just like, I don't know. I super fan out so hard when I like really love people. I get really passionate and I want like everybody to know about them. Like, I feel like I'm the best fan. Like, if I'm a fan of you, like, I'm putting in work for you, man.
Yeah.
Like, I am spreading the word to let everybody know, oh my God, you need to watch this person. You need to listen to this song. You need to buy this product. Like, you're talking about being a good girlfriend. I'm like, I am a good fucking like salesperson of things that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Like, if I take you guys into a beauty store with me or any of my other friends, generally people leave with like 50 products because they're like, well, you just made everything sound so good, and like, I need this. And I'm like, well, it's because you do. Like, you do need this. I genuinely feel that way. So anyway, I called Kane and I was like, it was really cool, and I just have spent so many hours watching them, and like when I'm on the road by myself, I play their videos and it makes me feel like closer to home, and it just was like, it was 3 people at once, and it was just a lot, and I feel so stupid. He's like, don't feel stupid, that's so cool, that's great that you are that much of a fan of anything. But I felt pretty dumb and corny. It's like what happened with John Mayer. When I met John Mayer, then I went to my hotel room and I just like gently sobbed. Because it was just, it hit me so hard. Yeah. It just hit me hard.
That's how I got when I met Jack Black 3 times.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Tenacious D. Like, when I met
Did
Tenacious
you cry?
D, I got depressed for a few days afterward.
Really?
I did not cry, but I got depressed because I'm like, okay, he has been my #1 celebrity crush since I was like 11. Like, it's been a long love affair, and I was just like, meeting somebody that you love that much, and then you realize like, oh, I never get to be with him ever. Like,
yeah, that happened with John Mayer. Really? I cried, and then I got depressed for a few days, and it was hard to listen to his music for a little while because I just was like, it's too much. It felt like too much. Yeah,
you're so close but so far.
And I almost like, it felt uncomfortable feeling too much emotion. This is a lot to handle.
Oh man.
That's why I wouldn't want to meet. That's why I wouldn't want to meet John Krasinski, like when he was at Paramount.
Oh yeah.
And when you were like, "What's the point? I can't make out with him." I was like, honestly, yeah, that's a good point. It would make me upset to meet married John Krasinski.
It was a little upsetting in the pictures, even.
Yeah, it was.
Truly, I had to take a step back. Like, I was a little bummed that you were like, "I'm walking away. I can't send you more." Because at first I was like, what?
Yeah.
Send me everything. Stay there forever. Follow him to his car. Like, I was a little mad, but then I was also like, this is for the good of the day.
Yeah.
Because if she sends me more, it's going to be hard to accomplish anything.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'll spiral. I'll be like, but why can't I be
Yeah.
with John Krasinski?
Yeah.
I like to keep heroes on like unattainable, because then if you meet them and then you realize, oh, I'm just another fan to you. I'm nothing to you.
Right.
You're everything to me. We had our moment. It meant nothing to you.
Well,
it's crazy. And I don't get like, I've never cried after meeting anybody. The people I've been most starstruck about are Brian Regan and Maria Bamford.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Yeah,
It's
those are the only
almost
two.
better for me if they're a dick in person, because I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
thank God. But when they're nice
me
and
free, John
attractive
Mayer.
and funny, dude. Because I heard, I was
me
able to
go.
hear John Krasinski like give his toast and everything and like
Uh-huh.
talk to. Paramount did A Quiet Place, so it was like a celebration thing, and he was just fucking effortlessly charming
Shut
and handsome
up.
and
Shut
just
up.
sweet. And I was like, I gotta leave. I'm leaving now. I'm not staying for champagne or cake because this is really bothersome. And I have to
He
go.
is. There's no way he's a dick. There's just no way.
And I think he even mentioned like, oh, I didn't know this was happening. It was like a surprise. He was like, I gotta call my wife and tell her I'm gonna be a little late or whatever. And I'm like, God, you're a good man. I gotta go back to my office now.
Yeah.
This
I
is
get
too
it.
much.
I get it. I would have to. I mean, I couldn't walk away, but I would totally understand that you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
so
would have stayed. I would have just
I
soaked
got
that
a couple of pictures I sent to you.
Yeah, but
Him in a
not-
ball cap. Fuck. I
Fuck
love
me
when
in
they
the
wait.
asshole.
Oh,
God. Cargo shorts. Fucking
baseball cap.
V-neck. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I
And now
know.
that everybody's frustrated.
Ooh, here we go.
Yeah, this leads into, speaking of treat yourselves, we all finally went to Vegas together.
Yes.
Been talking about it for a really long time.
Oh my God, it was
It
amazing.
was
So this
freaking
is,
fun.
this is going to be a nice recap episode of that trip, besides what you guys already know from Instagram. Tried to be good about the storying. And also, we realized on the car ride back, we were talking, it brought out a lot of stuff regarding like self-esteem and like how we see
Yeah,
ourselves
absolutely.
and just, feeling pretty and
Stuff we didn't know about each other.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
which is saying something.
It's so funny because we overshare so much, and I still discover so much new stuff about you guys every time I'm with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I don't know, Taylor, if you want to start off, like I was blown away by the stuff that you said in the car on the way home.
Really?
When you were talking about how, like, yeah, when you like logically, like when you
Yes.
look at yourself, like, no, I'm cute, everything's fine, but sometimes you feel like.
Right. Here's okay. So this is what we were talking about on the way back, because Vegas was tough for me. I had a lot of fun. I love you guys so much. I would never do it with anybody else. I was very anxious about that trip going into it.
Aw.
Before I left, I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know what to expect.
I didn't know
imagine.
that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. When you were like, were you having fun? I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. But I was like, but it was a lot. And you were like, you look so comfortable in the club. I was like, I did. Like, I felt very uncomfortable. And, but like, it was interesting and it was fun. And you two are like you're the funnest drunks ever. Just a joy to be around, drunk and sober. I love you both so much. There was nothing about the trip that was negative. It was just a lot for me and outside
Yeah.
my comfort zone. And there were a few times where, Delaney, I remember, I think Kelsey said at one point, we were walking in the street looking really good. And Kelsey goes, do you feel all the eyes on you? Like, doesn't that feel good? And I was like, yeah, I hate it. I hate being looked at. We ran into some comics in Vegas. I felt like an idiot when I saw them. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never been more self-conscious in my life, because when I see you guys dressed up, it looks right to me. I'm like, yeah, of course, they know how to do it. When I look at myself in those pictures or like whatever, I'm like, that I don't know who that is. I feel like everybody's going, okay, you're trying to keep up with your hot friends. That's cute. That's how I feel inside.
Oh my God.
I know that.
I would have never guessed
Which is
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
I know. And like I was talking about, I seriously do think I have some like body dysmorphia issues, because I was overweight as a kid and like in high school and college. And even as an adult, like it's not good to weigh yourself a lot, but sometimes I weigh myself just to look at a number, a factual number, and go, okay, you're not obese, because in your head you feel that way. And there are times literally where I get so in my head and so insecure that I have to like look at pictures of all three of us and go like, well, Delaney and Kelsey wouldn't be my friends if I was like completely ugly, right? Like that fucked up.
man,
Isn't that crazy?
Taylor.
Or like I look at my boyfriends where I'm like, oh, my boyfriend's really cute. Like that's like but I always feel in the back of my head on a like instinctual level, okay, everybody's being nice to me or something, like
Oh my
everybody's
God.
being like letting me sit here, which is crazy. Like I always feel like when I was in 5th grade, the popular girls let me hang out with them for like 2 days because I was funny at camp. And I always feel like that to a certain degree. And I felt like that in Vegas a lot, where I was walking around going like, is everybody looking at me going, is that a Make-A-Wish? Like, which is crazy. 100%.
Okay,
100%.
This is how I feel when I stand next to you guys, and which I guess you were surprised by this too, because I grew up like a fucking celery stick, like the finger body, no curves, being raised in a family that had very beautiful, voluptuous, curvy women, curly hair and big tits and big asses everywhere. And then there was me, which is just this walking around, right? And I look at you guys and you have such beautiful curves. Like you got great tits and great asses and big giant beautiful lips and big eyes, and I'm just like, oh my god, I look like a fucking Slim Jim next to them. I just look like this like pole. I had to buy my curves. I had to buy tits because I didn't have any. I'm just like, oh, I just look like a freaking like a little boy who's playing dress up, almost like a little boy who bought boobs.
What the fuck, you guys?
But it's interesting how like I could feel like that and you feel like that, and we're all feeling something standing next to each other, or just like in photos or looking in the mirror, and nobody wouldn't know that about us.
Yes,
and I'm sure everybody feels that way about something. But no, I was completely blown away by to the extent that you feel that, because I look at you like, wow,
I had no idea that you were feeling that way in Vegas.
Wow. That's so crazy to me. Yeah, no, I think I used to make more jokes about it when we all first started working together, and it really bothered Kelsey. So I had to stop, and it's been great for me, because every time I would say shit like, yeah, we can play like fuck, marry, kill, and we know who, like, it's an easy choice. Like, that's always how I felt. I couldn't believe you guys wanted to be my friends. Like, I always feel weird when we're hanging out together. I'm like, thank God for like the cheerleader effect from like How I Met Your Mother. I'm like, maybe people just think, maybe I just get smeared in with them.
But
I do. It's crazy.
Yeah, I made you stop doing that.
Yeah,
because,
you did.
Like, we can all give each other compliments all day. That's always great. I'm like, great, let's keep doing that. But when you were like giving me compliments and then putting yourself down, I was like, no, can't do that. Can't do that. That's like not good for anybody. It's not true. It just, I had to.
Well, and you said in the car about your friends growing up and how you felt about male attention. I thought that was crazy.
Oh yeah, I basically, and I still feel this way, that especially if I don't have makeup on, I just feel invisible. Like I just feel like air. I've never felt like particularly unattractive. I've never been like, I'm ugly. Like I've truly never felt that way. I also had a mom who, I guess aside from the mustache shaming, was a mom that was like, you're beautiful and you can do anything. Just a very, positive, like body image, making me feel nice about myself. But then when I got to school, it was, no guys were interested in me for a long, long time. Like it was just not there. And so I was friends with the girls who were getting a lot of attention. And I just decided, oh, well, that's where I fit in society, is like, I can be the funny, smart friend, but I'm not going to be looked at as somebody who is like attractive or like desirable to men.
Wow.
And I didn't really start wearing makeup, like actually wearing makeup, until maybe, I don't know, later in high school or something. And even then, nothing was changing that much. I got a boyfriend, but I was never like prom queen or whatever. That was all my friends. One of my best friends was prom queen. The other one was homecoming queen. Wow. Like legit, my best friends were the ones who were being those people. And I wasn't even in the fucking running. I was never like nominated for any of that shit. So that's still how I feel about myself, I think, is that when I'm walking around, which is most days, I walk around with like no makeup, kind of just casual, just a lot of sleep shirts. A lot of yoga pants. And I don't look in the mirror and go, ooh, you're ugly. But I don't look in the mirror and think that anybody would like look at me twice.
Crazy. Yeah. Cut to now, where radio DJs on the road literally asked me on air, isn't Kelsey Cook like too hot to be a comedian? And I'm like, what are you saying right now? What am I supposed to say to that? No, she is a comedian, so clearly not. Like, That's crazy.
Yeah, but I had a very similar experience. We talked about this where I did not get any male attention except for like, hey, want to be buddies and play basketball?
Yeah.
Up until like late high school or whatever, and then I started getting male attention and had no idea what to do with it because I had never had it before. So I was like, oh, you just like make out with everybody who compliments you? Is that how this works? And there we are, 24 people later.
You make out with people who compliment you.
But I did not even know like how are you supposed to handle this shit.
Yeah.
I've never had to do it before. But no, I mean, before my boobs, before the boobs, it should be like
Pre-BB.
PBJ. Pre-boob job.
Yes. Rocky Horror Picture Show, ever been there?
Yes, love it.
Dressed up with all my hot chick friends, and I had a really sore throat. And I was mistaken for a man in drag. And
really?
Like moments like that stick with you.
Yeah, they do.
Stick with you. Where like I had like a little bit of a cold, very, very no boobs, just flat chested, bright red lipstick, did not know how to do my makeup or anything like that. And I was just like talking like this. And it was like, sir, if you go over here, I'm like, oh my God, I just got called sir. Okay. Just like stuff like that. But, I always felt like, very tomboyish, not curvy. You hear that the broken record, real women have curves over and over in your head growing up. And it's like, okay, well, if I don't have curves, what does that make me? I think I had a bit about this at one point. Like, I got a pancake butt and chesticles. So what am I, a fucking orange peel? Like, I don't know how does this work.
Orange
peel? Like, I don't understand if I'm not a woman and I'm not, like, what am I?
Right.
Oh, my God, when you said that you felt like a corn dog.
I tried that on stage. It went great.
Oh,
it went so well.
I laughed.
I was a little high.
Oh my God, laying by the pool in Vegas, and you were like, I don't even feel like a girl, I feel like a corn dog.
I could not stop laughing at
You're
that.
like in bikinis talking about ring sizes, and I was just like, and I had eaten like half an edible, and I was just like, you guys, I don't even feel like a woman next to you guys. I don't feel like a girl. I just feel like a corn dog. And it was so true. Like, I just feel like I was laying there baking in the sun, getting warmer. That shit, it all sticks with you so much. It's crazy how much your like teen years just really affect everything. Because I heard curves when I was a kid, and I'm like, oh, everyone's calling me fat. That's a nice way of saying fat. I would have loved to have been a celery stick. That's all I wanted in the world, was to be a celery stick, and I just had to be curvy the whole time. And I'm like, thanks, Jenny's mom, for calling me fat nicely. Like, and even like growing up, I developed really early, and so anytime guys paid attention to me, it was like, that girl has a nice ass or like big tits. Which now, as an adult, everyone caught up to me. But when I was really young, and so it didn't feel like anybody was thinking I was pretty. It felt like people were just looking at pieces of me. And so it didn't feel good. It still makes me uncomfortable when people do it. When people comment on like my Instagram and they go like, ooh, someone's been doing squats or some shit like that, I delete it because I'm like, fuck you, don't look. this isn't a picture of my ass. Like, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with people looking at me even if I'm dressed for it, because I don't know, it stuck with me. I grew up with parents who were like, we're never gonna lie to you, your arms have chunked up a bit. Like, they were not. My parents tell me my parents tell me I'm beautiful now, but like growing up, they kind of didn't. Like,
that's fucked up.
They kind of didn't. They were like, oh, you have, or they'd say pieces of me. They'd be like, you have beautiful lips, you have gorgeous eyes. Like, today you look pretty, like stuff like that. But they were never like, you are so gorgeous. Like, it wasn't really what was happening to me growing up. And like friends of mine, like I remember my best friend's boyfriend, once she told me that her boyfriend had said like, oh yeah, Taylor has like a pretty face, which was a way of saying like, oh, Taylor's like fat. And it was when I was like in high school. And I was overweight, but I wasn't like, even when I was overweight, I wasn't like, it wasn't like dangerously overweight or anything. It was like 30 pounds probably. And so now I do look really different, and I probably feel like I've been getting more male attention in the last couple years more than anything else. But it's still, there's always a part of me that feels like, I think that's why I think people are going to cheat on me, because I just feel like the minute something better comes on, they're going to realize like, oh, I I could do way better than this.
Jeez, dude. That's so
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and like I grew up being told by my parents, like, you're so beautiful no matter what, inside and out. And I'd be like, you're a fucking liar. Look at me. I'm a fucking weirdo. I'm like, just like a finger permanently sunburnt, sweaty, acne everywhere, braces, like bushy eyebrows. I'm like, you're a fucking liar.
Oh my God.
You have to say that because you're my dad.
Oh my God.
No joke. This is a direct quote from my dad putting me to bed one night because I would get I would cry myself to sleep sometimes.
Yeah.
I felt so unattractive. Like I did not want to go to I did not want to go to school. And he was like, Delaney, even if your entire face was one big pimple, you'd be the most beautiful girl in the world. That was like a backhanded compliment. So you're saying my face is all kinds of pimples, but even if it was just one.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
It's
so funny.
Yeah. My dad just trying to cheer me up. Just the whole, like, the same awkward conversation. Like, hey, Delaney, just if and when you lose your virginity, you could talk to me about it.
If and
right?
when.
Yeah. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. But yeah, no, just my parents tried to make me feel better and it didn't work because they didn't believe in any of that. You're fucking liars. Like, this is not attractive what's going on to me right now. This is not attractive.
Yeah, the acne thing, that was really the first thing that like took me down. That like took whatever sort of self-esteem I did have, even without getting any male attention, just me being like, I'm okay, I think I'm all right. When acne started, and that was young. I got it young. Like,
How old are you?
I started like 5th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
grade.
young.
Young, which is so unfortunate because like no other part of puberty happened for me in 5th grade. I still did not have tits. I didn't have tits till 8th grade. I didn't have my period or tits till 8th grade.
Girl, I had tits in 3rd grade, and it
Sucked
so bad.
I was so flat, and like my best friend Kelly got her tits in 6th grade, and she was just this like perfect little Barbie doll, and it was all attention on her, and I just again felt like a real tiny little celery stick, but had zits, was trying like all different kinds of creams at a really young age, different medications, all this stuff, and skin makes you feel so shitty so fast because there's no hiding it. You can put like foundation or cover up on, but you can still see shit underneath it.
Oh, and that's like if you like I know that there's weight issues and stuff in my family, and they've said like if they gain a few pounds they feel like they're just really overweight again all of a sudden. And that's how I feel with like getting pimples on my face. It's like, okay, my acne's coming back now. I'm gonna be almost 30-year-old with just acne everywhere.
Right.
Like, it's coming back.
Right.
You have that anxiety like in the back of your head forever, probably.
Yeah.
I'm like that with
you
weight
know?
too, where if I gain like 2 pounds, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I knew it was coming back eventually, like that kind of thing,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
nuts.
When I went off of birth control, when I went off birth control for like, what was that, maybe 3 or 4 months a couple years ago, and my acne came right back, and it came like screaming back. It was all over my face. It was deep and cystic. And I took that picture, and man, again, when I felt like I was in 5th grade all over again, I just felt so ugly and so unattractive, and like no amount of makeup that I put on made me feel any better.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah, I feel like my coping mechanism, and I'm sure you guys can relate, was just trying to develop a personality and as many skills and talents as possible to be like worthy of having friends. Like I'm not going to get by on my looks. So what else? I could crack a joke. I could join the marching band. I could get good at basketball. It's like the more unattractive I became, the more talented I got too.
Yeah.
It's like this weird, juggling act of stuff happening.
Well,
But-
I have straight A's, a couple jokes, and a free throw shot inside of basketball.
Boom. Yeah.
And also
nailed
just
it.
like the time management of that. I wasn't spending time hanging out with dudes or like fucking making out with the boy. I just was like, well, I guess I'll go play volleyball.
Yeah.
I'll go play a flute.
Yeah, nobody invited me to that party, so I guess I'll just hang out here and do some push-ups.
Yeah, it's always it's so funny to me that we all have that thing of like when even now when people, Kelsey, you said this in the card, that when people say like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're so hot, whatever, you're like, really? Like there's still a part of you that's surprised?
I will never not be like humble, I guess, or whatever. I'll never be like, you're right. Because anytime anybody gives me a compliment like that, I am surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do have those nice spikes where, you know, I mean, we saw when we were in the cab. We were in the cab on the way to a club the first night in Vegas, and the cab driver is telling us. The cab driver is telling us, you know, there's a really big line. There's always a big line. Like, you're gonna have to wait a while to get in. And Kelsey's like, we'll be fine. And he's like, look, no. And she's like, we're on the guest list. And he's like, everyone's on the guest list. And I was like, you God, like, I was getting nervous about it. I was like, are we okay? And sure enough, we get there. They're like front of the line. We get in. They're like, here, sit here. This
bottle service.
Free bottle service.
DJ booth. Mariah Carey's gonna come sit in the booth next to you guys. We're like, okay.
Yeah. Kelsey was so drunk and so funny, where she's just like, oh my God, that feels so good. Like, when you do your makeup and you look great, and it's like, then you walk in and they're like, you are the cream of the crop. You are the top. Like, that's a good feeling. And then she just like was dancing and like smiling at the chandelier above her, like just so appreciative. And every time she looked at me and Delaney, she's like, you guys are so beautiful. You're so naturally beautiful. And when I do your makeup, it just brings out what you already have. Like, I want drunk Kelsey to be my life coach. She's my favorite person.
Yeah. Drunk Kelsey is very happy.
Dude, everybody should have a girlfriend's only trip to Vegas in your lifetime.
At
multiple
least
times.
10, yeah.
I just feel like it's just a great confidence boost that carries me through like several years until I have to go back.
Oh, I re-up twice a year. It's like a biannual. I need my fill.
Yeah.
I'm running empty. It's seriously, it's a different planet there. Like, the economy runs differently in Vegas.
Oh,
it's a different social
women.
structure.
Yeah.
Women are queen. You go, you get everything for free. People want you to be there and like just shower you with shit. It's the best.
Yeah, ladies, you get your asses over there quick.
The
more the merrier.
Alcohol does make me feel more confident. I mean, that's
yeah.
for pretty much everybody. But like,
Yeah.
if I've like done my makeup and I'm dressed up and have alcohol, I generally can feel like, okay,
Yeah.
everything's okay.
Okay.
I feel okay right now.
Good.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
you know, I go into fucking Gelson's in my sweatpants and sleep shirt and no makeup on, and I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
I look like a hot mess, and nobody would ever talk to me.
Yeah.
Makeup's a big difference.
What is the worst thing anybody's ever said to you about your looks or appearance or anything? I mean, the parents
Besides internet comments? Is that what you
besides
mean?
internet trolls, either like family, friends, exes, whatever it might be.
Oh man. Well, I just talked about the mom mustache stuff last time. That stayed with me for a long, long time.
Yeah.
The mustache.
Yeah. When I was a kid, people, like, kids used to, you know, say, I mean, when I was in 5th grade, I weighed, like, not much less than I do now, because I was just grown so quickly. And I wasn't fat or anything, but I looked like I was 15.
Were you
and
the
I was
tall
10.
girl?
Yeah. I was really tall.
That's so funny.
I'm 5'6" now. I was like 5'4", 5'5".
In fifth grade?
Yeah. And I had tits, and I looked like I was like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
And I think I weighed like 120 pounds, whereas now I'm like 135. And so I looked very similar to this, except I was a kid. And I remember a girl in my class found out, and she was like, a little celery stick, just a cute, just everything I wanted to be. And she like told a bunch of people that I weighed that much. And I think somebody asked me, and I was like, and I lied and said like 90. I was like, I'm like 90 pounds. And they were like, really? Because we heard, like, it was horrible.
That is
It was so bad.
awful.
I had guys ask me in 5th grade if I was a cotton stuffer, because like, I'm like, no, I've been wearing a bra since I was in 3rd grade. It's horrible. And I was like new that year. It was awful. It was so bad.
That's kids are just the fucking worst to each other.
Fucking worst.
It is a dog eat dog world when you're a kid.
Especially
girls. They're so mean.
Little girls are so mean.
So mean. I remember like going to elementary school one day, and my friends from yesterday just weren't talking to me the whole day because one girl told them not to. And I was like, why? Because they told her not to. And I
fucking hate.
Just like, what the fuck, you guys?
Seriously. I'm so scared to have
People
kids.
are just shit
Because I will
bags.
like beat up some kids. They're mean to my kids.
I think I told you guys about like the blow up I had when I worked with kids. Did I tell
Yes,
you guys
you did.
that? I think it's on
I don't
Kelsey.
remember.
Dude, I'm surprised I did not get fired. I will not tell you where I was working at the time, but I was a teenager and I was in charge of a lot of children. And there was a little girl eating peanut M&Ms on the patio, and this this boy comes up to her and starts teasing her, calling her fat, just like the most awful things. And I walked up to there, and I have never been so enraged in my life. And you know, all the feelings come up.
Oh yeah,
it brings up feelings.
Yeah.
It's so triggering. That's a perfect word for it. All the feelings like from me as a kid, and what this poor girl's gonna be going through. And I was like, what did you say? and he was terrified, and I was just like, you don't ever say that stuff, and you're no skinny mini yourself, sir. And I just went off on him like he was like, you know, a grown man who could take it. And I laid into him in front of all of his little shitty friends, and I thought he was going to cry, but I kicked him out of the area before he cried. And he walked away, and I was like, oh my God, I think I just lost my job. Like, I think I'm going to get fired because that kid, he's going to tell one person, either my boss or his parents when they pick him up, all that shit. I was like, okay, well, I've lost my job. I'm just going to sit with this girl. And I just sat with her, and I was like, oh, I love peanut M&Ms too. You know, what's your favorite color kind of shit? Because I was like, okay, well, all I can do is just sit here with this girl until I get fired. Yeah. And then his parents picked him up. Was a fucking angel the rest of the year. Never had a single problem with him again. Wow. I publicly humiliated him, and it worked out.
Sometimes shame works.
Nobody fired me, but obviously not the greatest way to handle a situation. That's why, I mean, I should not work with you.
Well, okay. So what are some things that you guys do that help you feel better about yourself, or like help your self-esteem, whether it's like looks or even, like you said, talents, skills, but particularly what makes you feel like you look great? Because there are all these different, I don't know about you guys, I read so many articles about confidence, like just all the articles that you know Amy Schumer's new I Feel Pretty movie were about was just like, just act like you're, because you remember that girl, do you remember the popular girl in high school who wasn't necessarily as cute as her friends, but she acted like she was hotter than everybody and like would just be the best at everything and get the hottest dudes, and you were like, okay, why can't I be that confident? I'm cute like her. Like we're the same, right?
I don't know if I can't picture.
You can't picture? Oh, I have so many examples.
What makes me feel good? Definitely like dressing up, like, you know, feeling like I put some effort into my look makes me feel instantly better.
Yeah.
But ultimately, like, still to this day, like accomplishing stuff makes me feel the best.
Yeah.
Like
that's
just
really nice.
doing something and feeling like I'm reaching my personal goals, that's what makes me feel attractive.
Yeah.
And maybe that's good, maybe that's not, because maybe I'm still like still chasing the trying to be worthy enough for approval kind of situation from like being a kid. But yeah, I don't know. Like that's probably a mix for me.
Yeah.
That's nice. I read an article once that said if you spend more time naked, then you'll feel better about your body. And I did that and it worked.
Oh, I love being naked. As you guys know from Vegas.
Delaney's great at being
saw
naked.
Delaney's tits for about 70% of the time we were in Vegas.
Yeah.
And we were only there for 2 days.
Everything. I saw the inside of you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Just walking around, just not unapologetic.
Oh,
I would not be shocked if Delaney joins a nudist colony at some point.
I do love being naked. Cam is even like, Jesus, I had no idea that you'd be naked this much, because we had a roommate for, you know, a year and a half, and now we don't. And it's like, I had no idea that was the only thing stopping you from being naked
Oh my God.
around the apartment. I was like, oh God, yeah, I love it. I always have like a robe and one boob out. Like, so great.
Oh my God, you sound like such a drunk.
Just
a tit out. Makeup definitely makes me feel, it's like the quickest way, I think.
Yeah.
It just like, bam, put some makeup on, instantly feel better. Also, the process of applying makeup for me is very soothing and like is a positive thing for me. Yeah. Also playing sports, because when I'm doing that, it's endorphins, but it taps back into how I felt about myself in high school, and like obviously not the part of like getting male attention, because that wasn't happening, but I liked how I felt physically. I remember at one point I could bench press my weight.
Oh, wow.
And like I was very, I was like as small as I've ever been, because I was just, all I did every day was play sports. And it was awesome. And I loved feeling just like I could eat anything and it didn't matter, because I was going to burn it off. I really loved that feeling. I feel like that's when I'm happiest, as if I'm just playing sports constantly and going. So I like playing sports. Yeah,
it is basic.
Like a badass.
It is basic, but yeah, like eating healthy, eating clean, and exercising regularly. Yeah, I have not been as good about being at the gym this year, and I remember how it did feel. And whenever I do go back to the gym afterward, I'm like, oh, I feel so much stronger
Yeah.
Even after just one workout, where I'm like, oh, I feel like, because you're proud of yourself on several levels because you did it. You got your ass off the couch.
Number one.
You drove to the gym. Already great. You you're getting the endorphins, like you said. It's just being outside, like walking makes me feel better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just getting fresh air.
Love walks.
Yeah.
Oh, I love walks too.
So good. Oh, I just thought of something really shitty that was said to me by my ex-boyfriend.
And I thought of something too. So let's
Oh my
share these,
God,
and
yeah.
then we might have to wrap it up.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
7:06.
Besides the usual pizza face and all that shit growing up, thank you so much for that, everybody. But I remember, because my ex was just always saying like hateful stuff, especially like in fights and stuff, to the point where like I didn't take it seriously, I just laughed at it. But still, hearing stuff is not, it sticks with you. I remember him saying like he wished he had saved his virginity for somebody less boyish.
What the fuck?
And that was, I don't even know if that was that was via text message. It was not to my face, but it was just like yet another awful thing, along with the I hope you die and I hope your family dies.
Oh my
all the
gosh,
just
Delaney.
hateful texts. And then, you know, the next time it would be like it never happened. I just got so used to just like the verbal
I just
and
want to like
text
hold your
abuse.
hand and be like, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
So shit sticks with you, dude.
what did you think
Really
of?
does.
Mine come from like shitty comics or internet trolls with my moles and my forehead. I've had comics to my face be like, sup with the herpy on your lip. And they know full well it's a mole, but they just want to make me feel bad about like the little mole on my lip.
It's so cute.
It's adorable.
It's so annoying that people say
Thank
that
you.
shit.
People made me feel so bad for so long. So self-conscious about it. The mole on my forehead, when people photoshopped Jim's face onto my mole.
so
fucking
weird.
Horrible monsters,
So weird.
trolls.
Who
and then
thinks of that?
there was like a subreddit where people were photoshopping extra foreheads onto my forehead and just posting different pictures of me, but with like 10 foreheads.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just people being really jealous and needing to take someone down a peg. That's so gross. I thought of my ex said to me once, we were talking about someone made a joke to him about like, I don't know, or I think he said like someone had said something about him liking fat chicks, and I was like, do you? And he was like, I mean, kind of, like that kind of is true. And I was like, oh, ouch. Like, and he was like, well, nah. Like he just like, he didn't even know how to fix it. Like he didn't even know how to fix it because he was such a dipshit.
Oh my
And he
God.
he said so much shit to me that I blocked out, that every once in a while I'll remember and I'll be like, oh, you were an asshole. Like you said so much shit to me just offhandedly that you like it wasn't even to hurt my feelings. That's how flippant it was.
Right.
Yeah. So crazy.
Oh,
People
my
are the
gosh.
worst. That's why you need some good girlfriends, everybody,
To shake you out of that.
to shake you out of that.
oh man.
To get drunk and look into your eyes and just tell you over and over how beautiful you are.
Yes.
You guys look so beautiful in Vegas. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. And it does feel good to dress up every once in a while because being a comic, there's not a lot of opportunities to dress up. And you kind of have to create those opportunities for yourself because otherwise,
Yes.
you know, you're just going up in a sweatshirt every night. And that's great. That's a good time. But like the clothes that I wore to Vegas, I had to go buy those clothes. And now I have a great black dress.
There
And
you
I
go.
would have never had one
Boom.
before.
Boom.
Yeah.
And get all felt up by Magic Mike, dude.
Oh.
That was so needed. It
Dude,
was
that was
so
a lot
fun.
for me. I felt
good.
I didn't love that. I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
God.
didn't love that at all.
I
Every
could have
time,
taken 12 more dudes. I
Dude.
would have loved it. Oh
Every
my God.
time I'm in Vegas, I will be seeing that show.
Yes.
And
the
there's
show
no
was
question.
great. Oh, I
It was
loved the
incredible.
show.
Oh my God, when that guy spun you around, I was like, oh my God.
I didn't like that. I liked it when somebody playing a guitar like winked at us. That was nice. But I didn't.
my
I didn't
God,
like
you are
having
so
a
old.
stranger on top of me. I didn't like having a stranger on top of me. And that guy was so hot and very nice afterward. And I did not.
I just
didn't
wish
like
that they
it.
hadn't been so sweaty. That's one thing where I was like,
Yeah.
we tried to look nice tonight, and now you're ruining my highlighter. but but it was still super hot.
It was fun. I had a great time. Oh.
All right.
Anyway,
we
be
have
kind
a-
to each other and see Magic
Be
Mike.
so kind. to
Yes,
each other.
we have a guest coming, so that's why we got to wrap this one up.
Yes.
You guys, we love you so much. Please, this is a big announcement. Please go join the Patreon because we just added another tier.
Yes.
It's always been $5 and you get 2 bonus episodes, but now we added a $40 tier, and if you do that, you get free lifetime tickets to any of our headlining shows and any Self-Helpless shows.
Yes.
Anywhere, anytime, you get 4 free tickets for life. You can go to like fucking any show you want. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Every weekend if you want.
Every weekend.
An exclusive Helpster shirt.
We are getting Helpster shirts made. We're in the process of it right now. And actually, by the time this comes out, we'll probably have them made. Yeah. You can't buy them. The only way you get this is if you do that tier on Patreon. We're doing monthly rewards for you guys. We're doing monthly raffles with like signed merch. And you get the 2 bonus episodes.
Yes.
It's a great deal. So go to patreon.com/self-helpless and check it out. Subscribe, give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. Should we plug our socials and then be done?
Okay. T-Tom Comedy on Instagram. Taylor Tomlinson on Twitter. ttomcomedy.com for tour dates. When does this come out?
This comes out on Monday the 23rd.
The 23rd of July, right?
Yes, next week.
Okay, next week. All right, so I am going to be at JFL in Montreal this week for a couple days. I'm just doing the Variety Top 10 Comics to Watch showcase, so that's pretty cool.
Pretty fucking cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty
Gonna buy a magazine for the first time in a decade. And then I'm at Outside Lands in San Francisco the 10th and 11th of August. And you know what? I think there's other stuff, but I don't have it on my calendar. But August 30th through September 2nd, I am at the Funny Bone in Syracuse, New York. So come to those.
Sweet.
Beautiful. At Delaney Fisher on everything. Dicks by Delaney will be launching in August.
Get ready, guys.
So there'll be dick mugs everywhere.
At Kelsey Cook Comedy on Instagram, at Kelsey Cook on Twitter, and kelseycook.com for tour dates. I am headlining the DC Comedy Loft this Wednesday and Thursday in Washington, D.C. I think there's some helpsters who have already bought tickets, which is great. But if you're in D.C. And you haven't yet, go to kelseycook.com. And then in August, I'm in Boise, Cleveland, and San Diego, and New York. So just go to my website. If you live in any of those cities, go get tickets. I'm excited.
Cool.
That was a mouthful.
Love you.
We love you guys so much. Love yourselves. You're all gorgeous.
Yes.
All right.
That's a good one to
We'll
leave
talk to you
on.
guys next
Bye.
week. Bye.